today I'm going to show you how to do a very, very traditional, very simple meal with squid, pasta, tomato sauce, all in one pan, or pot in this case. For this dish, I am using canned squid or calamari. It is traditionally rather, you can use frozen or fresh, whatever you will have, but in terms of keeping up with tradition, the canned stuff is the way to go. And some small, very small, either shell pasta, or in this case, I'm using some cut up dettagli pasta. But whatever you have that's short works fine as well. Some tomato sauce, onion, garlic, and of course, olive oil. So to start us off, I'm gonna start working on my onion. And for this, I'm just using one onion that I'm just gonna slice up. You don't even have to finely chop it up because it's all going in one pot. A few glugs of olive oil. For this, we take our onions, get those going in there as well. 1 clove of garlic, just smash it up, throw it out, and again, just finely chop that, nothing to this at all. Perfect. Garlic goes in, give that a quick stir in there. Now that our onion's going, it's going to take 3 or 4 minutes just for it to kind of cook down, become translucent. The next part of this recipe is, again, the start of the show, our squid or our calamari. The squid, you just want to chop up. In the cans, it's already cooked. Traditionally, that's how the Greeks serve this or use this. You can use fresh squid if you like. That's totally fine. I've cleaned out the ink before this because in the cans, it comes already with its squid ink in it. Take our calamari, put it right into our pan or pot. I keep saying that. So that's that there. Now, a little salt, a little fresh cracked black pepper. The next part of this is we're going to use a 28-ounce can of tomatoes. Stir that around as it starts to bubble. 1 liter or so of water will go into our pot as well. So once my water is in, I'm going to just crank up the heat to high and bring this to a boil, and we'll be ready to add our pasta after this. The pasta I'm using for this, again, is just a plain Jane dettagli, and this, my friends, is just going to go right in. I'm using a pound of pasta, or about 450 grams, and just give it a quick stir. You don't want this to stick on the bottom at this point. And once this comes to a boil, you have to keep an eye on it, because as the pasta will cook, it will absorb the liquid. And what you want is for this dish, for the pasta, to be nice and well done, because Greeks, they don't like typically al dente anything. This will typically take about 10 to 12 minutes because the pasta is fairly small, so it will cook fairly quickly. Now notice how as this pasta keeps cooking through and cooking down, how this whole meal starts tightening up, and what was a loose and really runny sauce is now starting to thicken up, which is exactly what we want. All right, so it's just about done here. The pasta is cooked through and everything has tightened up nicely. So the next thing, or the final thing really, is just add a little bit of flair to this, which is some parsley. Because this has been cooking for a while, you don't want to add the parsley in too soon because it'll just boil down or go down into nothing. And this is just gonna add that certain little pizzazz to this dish. Perfect. Sprinkle that around there, just like that. And that'll go in there. That's awesome. And give this just a quick stir. You want basically the parsley just to wilt. You don't want any real kind of cooking. The flavor that it's going to give is actually going to be like a little fresh pop in there. And this is perfect. It is absolutely magnificent. It is ready to go. and ready for me to try on your behalf. So I just plated this up. This is like really scorching hot, so I'm just going to try a little bit. Get a little bit of the squid and the pasta and the parsley. How can something so simple be so delicious? Unbelievably beautiful. The pasta is excellent. The calamari has flavored everything. The squid, I can't tell you how good this is. And so easy to make. So my dear friends, that's it for this episode. That is my one pot calamari or squid and short pasta in tomato sauce. Very delicious, very easy to make, and convenient. You only have one pot to clean. Doesn't get much easier than that. And you can use basically fresh squid, you can use canned squid. I use canned squid because of the Greek tradition. But other than that, it is totally cool just to use whatever you have. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.